As many of you know, either through knowing me personally or through my videos, you'll know that I'm not the biggest fan of Security Breach, even going as far to call myself a former fan of the franchise because of how much the series has just fallen out of my interests, becoming another member of the horror games for kids category. Although I have stated this many times, I've always said that I would want to come back to the franchise if something released with a darker tone and more mature setting, which I feel like the franchise should have always been. Which is why today, I want to talk about the fanverse game that seems to be meeting my wishes for the franchise. Today, I want to talk about FNAF Plus. For those that don't know, FNAF Plus is an official fanverse game that is being created by FNAF and being published by Scott himself. And right off the gate, I just want to say that this game looks absolutely horrifying. From the visual aesthetic of the animatronics, to the layout of the map and graphic style choice, FNAF Plus is looking to be everything I wish the franchise would have become. So today, I'm going to be taking a look and talking about the images that have been put out on Steam, and why I personally think that this is going to be a very good thing for this series. The first image we have is of the main office. This in itself doesn't contrast too far off from the original game, minus the fact that the puppet's mask is now visible on the wall, along with some shelves that have a tiny balloon boy on it. Another thing I really like about the office here is just how much darker it is compared to the original. It really gives off the feel of this place being a rundown pizzeria with the low dim lights and dirty walls. There's small details in my eyes that go a very long way, and to me this looks great. The next image is of the main three here, being Freddy, Bonnie, and Chica, which look incredible, and most of all, very eerie to look at. The way Chica's jaw just hangs off with one of her eyes being replaced by a fake cupcake one is just another small detail that makes Fazbear Entertainment to be a cheap and money-grabbing company. I really love this. Like, this little aesthetic to her. It's, again, for me, it's always been small details, and this is phenomenal to me. Bonnie as well here looks absolutely terrifying, with those wide eyes and bucktooth grin. I know not many people seem to like these models, but for me personally, I genuinely love the look of them. They just give off that rundown style that makes the characters pop more in my eyes. Each one has a nice visual flair to them in my opinion, and frankly, I think FNAF did a great job with them. Very, very well done. Next up, we have Bonnie again, who is staring directly into the camera, which is pretty freaky. I will say though, I think this here actually is more eerie than this current one, but perhaps we'll get a remake of that image as well. I'm overall really loving the placement of the character here. Here we have another image of the office, where we see the door being shut, along with the return of our little tax manager from FNAF 6, Helpy, who seems to be some kind of unlockable that takes the place of the cupcake, as FNAF has went on to say that yes, there would be unlockables within this game. Next up, we have the show stage camera. Nothing really much to say here besides that the gang looks great. Now this right here is honestly what made me want to do this video in the first place. This screenshot right here, when I first saw it, I genuinely felt uneasy. Something about those lifeless eyes just staring you down as he peeks behind the window just gives me a sense of anxiety. Bonnie here just looks horrifying, and I love it. Just imagine yourself right here, alright? Sitting there in first person. You're working your job and you don't know what the hell is going on. You hear a sound and you hit the light, only to see that. That's honestly horrifying to me. Minus Bonnie here, we see rules and post-it notes along with this frog thing at the top. It's a pretty nice clock, and I'll be honest, I would buy it if it became merchandise. But rather than that, that. Now this here is obviously a remake of that original scene from the first trailer, way back in 2014. And the thing that surprises me here is that these guys don't look scary in the light. Again, with Bonnie here, it's almost like a completely different character. It just goes to show that lighting and atmosphere can go a long way in making a character seem different to how they actually are. Great design here. Great freaking design. Here we have Chica in the right hall, looking freaky as hell. It's just that one hanging eye that gets me, along with her broken jaw, which honestly makes me curious as to what happened to her. Maybe a previous night guard fought back or something. I don't know, but maybe that will be explained in the game through some kind of mini-game or maybe like a unlockable note or something. Again, I'm really curious about what happened to Chica here. Now this here genuinely took me aback when I first saw it, as Bonnie is just standing in the office. Now to me, this could be two things. One, this could be a mid-jump scare animation, where he probably just stands there and then lunges at you. Or two, this is something that I really hope it is. This could be a thing where they just stand in the office and the jump scare is randomly timed. Frankly, I feel like that would be much worse and provoke a lot of more tension and scares for the players. Again, that. Following this, we have a look at Foxy, the man himself. Not really much to say here either, besides the fact that he looks freaking terrifying. There's something about his milky white eye that makes me think he could be blind or have some kind of different mechanic compared to the first game. But I could be wrong. This could just be a visual aesthetic FNAF gave him. But one thing's for certain though, he's going to be sprinting down that hall just like in FNAF 1. No doubt about that. Another thing I should point out is the fact that some of the cameras here are actually down, suggesting that these guys can break our only source of keeping track of them, or at most disabling them for a certain amount of time, which wasn't in the first game. Second to last here, we have a remake of Freddy looking through the camera with his beady white eyes. This looks very well done. If one thing's for sure, FNAF definitely knows his way around making a creepy atmosphere, because this looks fantastic. Lastly, we have the outside of the pizzeria, which looks really cool since we've never gotten a good look at the outside before this time. I can only imagine that this would be the title screen, kind of like we're getting ready to go in and start our shift. Or maybe this is from a cutscene, because we did see this in the breaking and entering video that was posted a while back, so who knows. Now there's other things I can discuss, like I just said, breaking and entering, but that's already been covered the hell and back, so there's not much to say besides that it's an incredible teaser that left me with chills down my spine after watching it. It's genuinely a fantastic way to promote the game, and really makes me wish that the genuine games were like this and not what they are now. Now, the reason why I think this is a good thing is simply because it's taken the series back to its original roots, which was, may I remind you, a story about dead freaking children possessing robots, and not whatever this was. But look, I'm just really excited for this because it's nice to see some genuine horror back in the series that I really like, and I just wanted to talk about it. That's pretty much it. So, to leave this video off on a note, that's to go and add this to your wishlist on Steam. It would actually help the game itself gain more recognition through an algorithm standpoint. I don't know, but that's just how Steam works, I guess. The link to it will be in the description if you want to see the images in full, and if you want to watch the trailer in full. But besides that, I really have nothing else to say here besides that I am so excited for this. I really think we're going to get something pretty special with this game, and I can't wait to see what's in store. Other than that, that's pretty much it. See you in the next one. Bye.